Hello, crackheads. How are you? I'm Ben Gilman, and welcome back to Scry Syndrome TV podcast, your local hit-up of TV discussion. I'm joined by crackhead number one. It's the Scotsman who doesn't wear any pants under his kilt. It's Tom Hill.
Those are lazy stereotypes and undeniable.
Thank you. And number two, it's a Charm fan. Crackhead number two, it's Troy Salmon.
Oh my gosh, the disrespect.
In fairness, I think Charmed would be more fun if you were on crack, actually.
Crackovision version. Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, not bad.
I feel good, man. After this, I'm gonna go out and do some shopping. Loving life today.
Lovely. I can't go out because my stomach is all up the back.
Yeah, no, trust me, a lot of people's stomachs have been going bad this week.
Yeah, man.
Tom is now a former work colleague of mine.
I'm now officially unemployed, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which should make the recordings more fun because now Tom doesn't have to work with me so much. So this should be more free.
I should. Before anybody worries, I should point out that I will be employed again in about a week and a half time. I'm taking a week off between moving to a new company.
So you now join Troy in the former work colleague section of my life.
Yes.
Oh no.
Lovely job, Liz.
Actually, no, but maybe.
Although if you're interested, when you go back into the offices, Ben, I have found someone who is as big a nerd as you and me. In our newest colleague in Shared Lives, a guy called Adam, who is a proper nerd. We were talking about TV and stuff a lot yesterday.
Does he listen to the podcast?
He doesn't know the podcast exists, and I forgot to tell him when we were talking
God,
yesterday.
Damn it, Tom, you had one job. God,
You had one job.
God damn it, man. No, I'm joking. No. So we will kidnap Adam.
Yeah. So he doesn't watch a huge amount of TV, but he's a proper nerd for like computer games and stuff like that. So I think you and him would get on quite well.
That would be good to have him as a backup idea for future guest spots. So I know Adam's not listening to this because someone forgot to tell him about the podcast. Nice one. Anyway, how has your week been? Surely it's been better than mine.
Mine's just been busy because obviously I've been signing off and cleaning out on everything that I've been doing at work. So
Tom Hill has left the building.
Tom Hill has left the building, yeah.
Wow. And that lawnmower has been a bit of a prick in the background there, Tom.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, what a prick. Fuck your neighbour.
On purpose.
Tom's neighbour goes on the shit list this week. Okay.
I do apologise, but there's nothing I can do to stop him. So
you could beat him with a pole or something and just leave him to die.
Beat him with a pole? If it's a Braveheart.
The opinions of Ben Gilman are not the opinions.
Not necessarily the opinions of it. Yes.
I can't believe I'm popping for that one.
Disclaimer.
You know, Tom came up with that originally, so there. The Tomville catchphrase.
Yes. Oh dear.
So, Tom, would you like to go first for once?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's have some fun.
Man.
And what I shall do is, due to the lawnmower man next door, when I'm not doing my pick, I will put myself on mute unless I have something to say.
Is it Kevin Bacon? Is it Kevin Bacon, the lawnmower man?
I wish it was, but no. Kevin Bacon wasn't in the lawnmower man.
He wasn't even in it.
No,
I know Kevin Bacon's in a lot, but he wasn't in the lawnmower man.
He wasn't in that.
Wow.
He was in Hollow Man. You might be thinking of Hollow Man.
Yeah, they're absolutely the wrong one. Well done, Ben. Good stuff.
No, we got you. We know what you meant. We know what you meant, Ben. We know what you meant.
We got it. We understood.
Yeah, better is E shit. Anyway, so.
All right. So, okay. I don't know whether my pick this week is a little bit predictable, but I didn't intend to watch this. It was something that was on live this week. Cool. I wasn't intending to watch it, and then I just happened to be channel hopping as it started, and I ended up watching the whole damn thing. And it's based on something that we've done a special on. But this Thursday in America, it was on the UK, it was on Thursday, was the Friends reunion. Did either of you actually see it?
The Friends reunion, I still haven't. I haven't seen it yet.
See, I didn't plan to watch it and then I ended up just getting caught. So
Does Matthew Perry still look like an alcoholic? Is what I want to know, because he
Matthew Perry's looking pretty good. He looks grey, but he's looking
good.
I mean, the weird thing is, the only one who looks overweight is Matt LeBlanc. And it's like, what the hell is going on here?
He does look big.
He's on episode money. That's why he can get fat.
Yeah. But in comparison to all the others, he looks huge. And I know he's not that big. I mean, I could hardly talk. I'm probably weigh double what Matt LeBlanc does. But it just looks really odd. Because all the others just look like slightly older versions of the characters at the time they left the show.
Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc looks like a man who's eaten the original Matt LeBlanc.
Wow.
And I don't mean that in a nasty way, because he's not actually fat or anything. He's just comparative to how he looks.
Fatter than everyone else. Everyone else stays quite slim.
It's just age puts weight on. So comparatively, he's just aged differently. But it just looked really weird seeing him standing next to Matthew Perry, and it's like and David Schwimmer, and they look pretty much identical size-wise to how they did 15 years ago when Friends ended. And it's like, it's just really odd. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, the sets were kind of remade for them and stuff. It's hosted by James Corden, but please don't hold that against the show.
Yeah.
I know, I saw that. No.
I actually don't dislike James Corden, but I understand why a lot of people do.
I kind of hate some of his characters because, like, I love Gavin and Stacey, but it's the one time I would like to punch James Corden's character. Not James Corden, just his character is Smithy's a pain in the ass.
It's a brilliant piece of writing, though.
Yeah,
him and
Corden's a good actor. I'll give him that.
Him and Ruth are fantastic as a partnership as writers. Gavin and Stacey is a work of genius.
He's a good writer. I've got to admit that.
Would like a resolution.
But since moving to America, he's become so American in the way he does things. I can understand.
Yeah.
He's become an American talk show host in reality, and then he's become like that when he talks. And it's like, just be yourself, man. You were funny. You were likable 5-10 years ago, and you've become so American in the way you do things now. It's really annoying. And that's something that Freddie Flintoff said about him when they came back to record A League of Their Own, was like, yeah, I needed to just remind James that he's not an American. And like after the first episode, it's like,
I wonder if it's like coming back to a third world country for him now, or coming from America.
I don't think the UK's that far behind America in most things. So
Healthcare.
Anyway, that's not the point. Friends Reunion, it was a massive nostalgia hit, really, more than anything. They redid a few of the scenes, like famous scenes. They redid a new version of the you remember the apartment game? The one where Joey and Chandler won the apartment. They did a question board like that, but about the show with the girls versus the boys and stuff, just for fun. And yeah, it was really good. They interviewed Marta Kaufman and stuff. They spoke about how some of them got cast. It was just really interesting. I mean, a lot of this stuff is probably out there previously, but it was quite nice to kind of see all of them together. And it was just, and it, as a Friends fan, I mean, they were showing, like, they were talking about how that scene with the pivot thing came up and that kind of stuff. Just talking about like really iconic moments and stupid things. Like, you remember there's an episode where Joey hires someone to be him.
Like, I think I remember that episode.
Where the guy comes in and the guy says he likes cheese or something. The guy says, we like sandwiches. But the thing was, right, the guy who played that was the person who was, they came down to 2 people for Joey and he was the other guy.
Oh, okay.
So it's things like that. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I like stuff like that. See, stuff like that they should do in like TV shows and stuff like that. Yeah, whether just use them for like something else. But
just little things like that are amazing. And they had the guy who played Gunter was there. They had Janice popped in. And yeah, you know Janice's laugh, which is obviously like the famous thing about her. That wasn't written in the script. What happened was Matthew Perry was making her laugh so much in rehearsals before they started. She's like, I can't get through a scene with this guy without laughing. So I'm just going to make a fake laugh so that people won't know I'm actually laughing. And that's where the laugh came from.
Wow.
because Matthew Perry was making her corpse so much that she had to come up with something to get round it. And I love that.
See, stuff like that I love. There's little
Yeah.
things like that.
And it's just those little and that's why I kind of got caught up in it, because I thought, I'll watch 5 minutes. Oh, they're all saying hello, so they're all giving each other a hug. That's nice. And it's like,
And you watch the rest of it.
and then I ended up watching the whole damn thing. Yeah. So, but it's. I'll be honest. If you're a Friends fan, you'll enjoy it. It's a nostalgia hit, and it's kind of cool to see the guys and what they're talking about, and they discuss whether Friends will ever come back. And basically, their opinion is no, it shouldn't, because what they were saying is that Marta Kaufman was saying that they gave all of the characters happy endings. In the final episode, Joey's going to LA. Chandler and Monica have got their babies. Phoebe's got married and her husband wants them to have kids now. And Ross is with Rachel. They've all got what they wanted.
Yeah, it ended on a high note, yeah.
It ended, as life doesn't very often do, with everyone getting what they want. It was a real happy ending. And Marta Kaufman and is it David Crane, the other writer? I can never remember his name. They've basically said in order to write a new episode or a new series, they'd have to undo some of that in order to create the story.
Yeah, you create conflict.
So
yeah,
do you leave it on that absolutely perfect happy ending, or do you bring it back and damage one of those happy endings at least temporarily to give yourself the conflict you need for a reason for them to get together for a proper episode or a film or anything like that? If you know what I mean, because films, you need conflict. It can't just be, oh, we're all happy, because everyone will just go, that shit. There has to be something that makes it worth doing. True. And I've always wanted Friends to kind of come back, but I get the point now of actually, yeah, it did all end on a positive for everybody. And that was kind of nice after 10 seasons for everyone to get what they wanted.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So it's the first time in my life I've kind of gone, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't want to see Friends come back.
No, I don't want to see them come back. No way.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem, isn't it? Sometimes it pays off when you bring back an old show, and sometimes
But I mean, like next year,
certain shows, yeah.
It's either later this year or next year. Frasier's coming back.
Oh boy!
Now it probably won't be as good as it used to be, but I'm still looking forward to it. Because even though, once again, they kind of got happy endings, there's enough to work with there to do something. I mean, I've got a feeling that the thing they'll do to have the Frasier thing come back is to start with Marty's funeral, because obviously the guy who played Frasier's dad is now dead. So that's your logical end point, I would have thought, is Frasier has to come back to Seattle for that. But I don't know. I mean... But I think that show, there was enough things that you could do with it where I'm quite happy to see them back, because they were always going to have dysfunctional relationships. Whereas with Friends, like I said, they all got their happy ending, their dream ending, really. So yeah, I mean, this is the only thing I've been kind of going to pick this week, and I just wanted to recommend it because I know that all three of us are fans of the original show. And like I said, it was not my intention even to watch it. I thought I'll listen to what other people say, see whether people thought it was worth watching, and then if I hear from other people that it's good, I'll watch it. And then, like I got 2 minutes in, and I was completely hooked into watching it because it was Friends.
That's what Friends does sometimes, man. Especially with
it's true. I mean, I absolutely love Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc. And Courtney Cox. The stories they tell, like Courtney Cox used to write all her lines on the kitchen table. Stuff like that. And on one episode, Matt LeBlanc didn't know that she did that. He saw the lines, said to Courtney Cox, "What's that?" She said, "None of your business." So when she turned away, he wiped them off the table. It's just like that. It's absolutely brilliant. You just sit there going, "That's genius."
That's a savage. Oh, it's like, yeah, you remember your lines today.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you're a Friends fan, it's worth to watch. There isn't actually a huge amount of James Corden. A lot of it is without him in it. He's just doing like the interview bits on the sofa. Good. But it's interspersed with a lot of old episode stuff.
Yeah. It's good to have a host. Stories. It's good to know when a host knows when to shut the fuck up, basically.
But they had like Ross's parents in the audience and things like that. And so it was, yeah, they had loads of people showed up. Even Joey's identical hand twin was on the show.
Really?
Yeah,
Hand twin.
literally they got like 6 people to stick their hands to a curtain, and Joey had to work out which one was the guy who played his identical hand twin, and he got it right.
That's epic. I love it. That's sick.
So yeah, I mean, it's a silly one. It's a couple of hours of your life. It's not some great epic TV story this week. It's just a real nostalgia hit for those of us who went through the 90s and the early noughties with friends.
Lovely.
And that's me for this week.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Nice and short and sweet. Okay. So I'm going to take you back to 2009.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, so science fiction is coming big due to David Tennant being one of the most successful of the Doctor Who. So,
and there's our first Doctor Who.
Ah, there we go.
No. Hold on. Don't move the narrative. Hold your legs, lads. Hold on, laddies. Basically, I would like you guys to guess in this era, because we've already talked about Being Human, so that's off the table.
Okay.
In 2009, 2008, with the rise of David Tennant's Doctor Who opening up the wallets of TV production companies to make as many as fantasy British shows as possible, which 2 shows do you think that I would like to bring up today that we have not done yet?
Give me a minute to think.
Yeah,
I need to.
I've turned it into a quiz.
Sci-fi. What to do with David Tennant? Wait, to do with David Tennant, you said?
No. Due to David Tennant's popularity in Doctor Who, lots of science fiction fantasy shows got commissioned around this time.
Ah, okay. Got you.
So these shows went into 2012, 2013. They had a run.
Damn, who was around? Damn, what time shows was around that time?
And I'm not even going to... It's British. They're both British.
Ooh.
Both British.
Yeah.
British. Ooh.
That
narrows it down.
actually makes it harder.
Yeah, 10 times harder.
Oh,
So, would you like me to put you out of your misery?
No. Give us
No, not yet.
Okay. This is good content then.
You set a challenge, then
Yeah, exactly.
a chance.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say Game of Thrones for one of them took a lot of this cast.
Ooh, what the heck?
And the other half kind of have a Buffy Doctor Who connection with a lot of actors who've disappeared off into the ether, it seems. So one half has taken a lot of Game of Thrones connections, and the other one has Doctor Who plus quite a bit of Buffy crossover.
So I need to narrow.
It's just
These
tough.
BBC shows, ITV shows, what?
One is a BBC show, one is a Channel 4 show.
Ooh, come on.
What the? Channel 4?
This is fun. This is the second week I've done a quiz on you guys. This time it's on my own.
This one's a bitch.
This is hella hard.
And it's not Being Human, which was in 2008,
Yep, it's off the marquee.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
But I would say it is fun. We're going to call this podcast Square Eyes Torture.
That could be. It's true.
This might be a weekly thing now.
Jesus.
No, it's not. It's not that.
Well, what are you thinking, Troy?
No, I was just thinking along Doctor Who lines. I was thinking of what do you call it? Sarah Jane Adventures.
No, it's not Doctor Who related. It's not.
I don't push a lot, but yeah, that's different. That's
Well,
separate.
might have to do Sarah Jane Adventures at one point.
Yeah, that was a great show. That was a good show.
That was a good show.
Psychoville was around in 2009, but
Yeah, what that class of sci-fi though?
But that you would have referenced Inside Number 9 for Psycho.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It would have been a bit blatant. Would you like me to put you out of your misery?
30 seconds more. Come on.
This is
Okay,
tough. Why can't I think about this?
Wow, I would have thought that this would have been a lot easier after those quizzes.
Oh.
There's so much stuff in 2009 to 2013.
I'm thinking like stuff like I can't think what the name of the show was from Channel 4. It's not.
Should I try
it's not
and
super-
hum the theme tune?
Is Heroes one of them? No, that's not a British show.
No, it's
Damn.
American.
Should I try and hum the theme tune?
You could try.
All right, go on.
I haven't done that.
Wait,
No.
what the heck was that?
No, that's terrible. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds American.
I'm now further away from the answer. Than
Oh yeah, I'm even further back now.
It has one of the most disappointing endings to a show that was quite well built up on the BBC side.
Oh damn!
I think Troy may know that I hated this ending
I think I met.
because it was a really good build until the last episodes, and it rushed it, and it should have pulled the trigger on a storyline development a lot earlier, and it bungled it. It rushed it.
If I don't get this is gonna kill me if I don't get this.
And it's a lot of fans got a bit annoyed eventually in the last season because they just wouldn't pull that storyline development earlier.
Freak, am I?
And it could have given us a whole season of great storytelling. They didn't. They were pussies and decided not to do it.
Shit! Why it's like this? It's on the tip of my tongue. I know what the heck this is. I know
You
what
got
it is.
five. You got 10 seconds because I really need to get on with this pick. Otherwise, we're going to be here. We've got beards.
Flip it, do it. Say it.
Merlin.
I did it,
Merlin.
You're Merlin that I picked before.
Merlin.
I haven't spoken about Merlin before.
See, I disregarded Merlin because I thought, no, you won't pick something I've already picked.
Merlin.
I told you, I've got a blind spot when it comes to older shows because we've talked about so many shows now.
Okay, fair enough.
And the other one is Misfits, which is where
I bloody knew it. I was thinking Skins. And I couldn't think of something worse.
I've already done Skins. So,
Yeah, I know,
you
that's
know,
why I was like, it's not Skins, but it's like that, and I couldn't bloody remember.
Fantasy
it.
drama, Merlin.
Ian
When you
Merlin.
said sci-fi, it kind of threw me off because I was like,
Of
if you
course.
said fantasy, then maybe I would have thought of Merlin.
Robert Sherman.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Merlin sci-fi. Yeah, it's fantasy.
Yeah, because you said sci-fi.
That's what I said. I said fantasy and sci-fi.
You said sci-fi.
I didn't hear you say fantasy though.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't hear you
go
say
back and
fantasy
listen to
either. I
recording,
heard sci-fi.
Next week, whatever we're doing for the special, you can come back and say sorry on your knees. It's fine. Right,
This guy.
not that type of sorry, just say sorry. Not that. All right. So, obviously, Merlin is a show that was very popular for 5 years.
Yes, although if you're a fan of Arthurian legend and Mortarter, don't watch it.
So, the first couple of seasons, it was pretty decent, nothing major exciting. Then it just started with Morgana's turn, started to be one of the most exciting shows.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
It- Slow burning, it was good. And I think I've said this to Tom before then. I've always got a bit annoyed that they didn't pull the trigger on Arthur and Arthur knowing Merlin's secret before the end of the show.
yeah.
Should have done it at the start of season 5, maybe.
Although I think the way they handled it in the final episode was actually very good.
Oh, the actors.
The way they played it in that final episode was excellent.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so good.
But they definitely should have pulled the trigger of him knowing. Because here's the thing, right? I have actually written like essays at university on Arthurian legend and shit like that, so I know the story fairly well. And so Merlin kind of frustrating because the whole point of Arthur's character is that he didn't know his father. He wasn't raised in a castle, which makes him a better king because he's more humble. But in this story, he is an arrogant prince who becomes a better person as the story goes on. Fair enough. But it's one of the major plot points of the Arthurian legend is that he never knew his father because his father died putting the sword in the stone, which hasn't even fucking happened in this series initially.
Yeah.
The sword in the stone gets done as a minor plot point somewhere through the show.
Yeah, it was like really tiny, like an episode. That was it.
Yeah. And also, in the Arthurian legend, Merlin is openly a wizard who helps Arthur. He's his right-hand man because he's a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, because everyone knows about Merlin. Where's Merlin?
He's also bisexual, apparently, because I'm very surprised him and they didn't just... They always winked at the audience, the female audience, the playful banter between Colin Morgan and Bradley James was quite funny.
Yeah, they knew what was going on. They knew the fans.
Don't get me wrong, right? Bradley James was fucking excellent.
Where has he gone? That's
Um,
what I want to know.
yeah, I don't know. Colin Morgan, brilliant actor. The biggest thing that I could say about him is I didn't know his name during the first season. I didn't realize he was Irish until I watched him in something else. When being interviewed, I was like, "Fuck me, he's got a strong Irish accent."
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have realized it. I had no idea. And that's the highest praise I can give to an actor, is I didn't have a freaking clue that he was from somewhere completely different.
He's just a smug prick at the beginning of the season. I love him for that.
Yes,
I love the
absolutely.
smugness.
He's young. That's the whole point. He's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The last thing I saw of Bradley was Damien. That was it. The last thing I saw him.
I Zombie as well, so I'm gonna have to go watch that because I've been meaning to watch iZombie. Oh, by the way, if you're a big fan of Vertigo comics, Sweet Tooth's getting a Netflix adaptation. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Seriously, Netflix, go and get all those Image comics and those Vertigo stuff done for miniseries, please. That's a good path to take.
Oh, sugar! I've just suddenly realised something.
What?
Lucifer. Next set.
Oh
of
yes,
episodes.
yes.
Jesus, that's only just crossed my mind. That's my day taken care of. Fuck.
That's my group taken care of. So I want to talk about Kate McCaff. Like, she's the one that disappeared the most for me because, you know, where's she gone? She was in Jurassic World. She was in King Arthur again. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That's kind of repeating yourself.
Was she Morgana?
Yeah.
She's
But she's also in King Arthur.
Supergirl.
Legend of the Sword, which is kind of unfortunate. Supergirl.
She
was
that.
I think, if I'm correct, wasn't she in the what was it? Supergirl.
Yeah, she starred in Supergirl. She's Luthor's sister. Lex Luthor's sister.
Yeah, she's not looking bad for nearly 40.
She looks good. She's good.
Underrated actress. She was brilliant. You've also got Richard Wilson, who's Victor Meldrew. You know, his best role in One Foot in the Grave. Wise mentor, Gallus, whatever his name is.
Gaius.
John Hurt, the much loved late John Hurt of Alien fame, and you know, the War Doctor was the Dragon. Really good show. And Anthony Head, like that guy. I'm trying to think of where he turned up recently. Homeland? No, not Homeland. Motherland. He's turned up as a side character in that. Just a dirty bastard. He's referring back to his Jonathan Creek days of being a dirty little Lefaro. And that's good. Go watch Motherland as well, actually, because he's in that. He's popped up in season 2 and he's quite funny. So yeah, go watch that. Even through the last episode's a bit it's 3 to 5 is brilliant. Like, it's utterly fantastic. But go watch 1 and 2 and get used to the characters because it really kicks down the door for the 3rd season. And then there's Misfits. I mean, I think we've covered this before. I think I might have picked this up before.
Yeah.
It's a show that started off well and then,
tailed off. Yeah.
Fire bin. I think it went off season 4 was its weak point. It recovered nicely in season 5. And I'm so sad we never got to see Robert Sherman and Joe Giddon together. Like, that would be brilliant. Nathan and Rudy together.
Yeah. Good times.
There's some good actors. It's about an ASBO bunch of chavs who are on probation, community service of breaking the law. They get superpowers due to a freak storm. And it started off really well, and then it just became a Monster of the Week thing. Season 4, most of the cast went. Nathan Stewart, Jarrett, Iwan Lueran. I can't do Welsh very well. Never liked Lauren Skoda. She looks like my sister, but I think my sister has a bigger nose and looks more like a horse than she does. Yeah. Don't know where she's gone. No, I'm going straight. She's always looked like my sister and speaks like my sister. It's kind of disconcerting. Because my sister looks like a chap, so it's very disgusting. Antonia Thomas has gone on to a lot of good things. I'm a big fan of hers. I'm trying to think of the one that I liked from Netflix. I spoke about recently, the romantic comedy about the sex disease. Oh God, I can't remember it.
It's a Sin.
It's just,
No, it wasn't her. Shut my mouth. It was. No, it wasn't. Lovesick.
Oh yeah.
oh,
That was a really good show. Really good. Yeah, it's like Tom said. I would say season 5 recovered it nicely, but season 4 was really wank. And it's also got Matthew McNulty, Natasha O'Keefe. You know, some of that Game of Thrones love there. Obviously, with Ryan Liam. I can't do it. I'm not going to stop that then. So yeah, what do you guys think of Misfits' legacy?
Misfits. I say one of the greatest premises ever on British TV, then just failed miserably at the end. That's what I say. That's the legacy of Misfits.
You never think it recovered in season 5?
Never recovered. That show never recovered after like a couple of seasons. First couple of seasons, it never recovered. Never for me. I didn't like it after a couple of seasons. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Troy on that.
Well,
Season 5 was not bad comparatively, but 1 and 2 were the good seasons.
Yeah.
I really think Rudy got shafted though because he got weaker actors to play against. Because I think poor Joe Gillen got really shafted with the casting a lot because he's always the shining light of seasons 3 to 5 at least. You know, everything else is going on around him.
Yeah, but he's just a great actor in general. But
he's gone to
the show failed.
It's not to take anything away from him.
Exactly. Yeah.
To say that the show is not as good,
Exactly.
he is good, but the scripting isn't as good, and the other cast members aren't as good.
Yeah.
The show failed him.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
He didn't fail the show failed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So next week I need to bring something different because I think it's just something I've rewatched recently and I thought I'd bring it up again with a new perspective.
No, fair enough, man, but just torturing me and Troy for 10 minutes over those 2 shows is not fair.
Hey, you choose to torture yourself. I was ready to cut the cord like a minute in. You tortured yourself.
No. You gave us a challenge. You gave people like me and Troy, who will never back down from a challenge,
Exactly.
a challenge. And then tried to say, oh, well, I offered you the chance to give up. It was like, yeah, like we were going to do that any day of the week.
It sounds like a game of he said, she said now.
Trust me. I was going to wait until midnight. I would have done it.
Yeah.
Think about it. I would have found it at some point. But
it just doesn't make good entertainment podcast.
Troy would have just kept quoting TV shows until we
found one by one.
It would just be an empty room. You and me would have gone home. That's the end of the recording. 6-hour special of Troy trying to guess. Right.
6-hour special of Troy talking to himself about it could be Misfits.
Yeah, it could be.
Ben gone. Hello, Ben. So, Troy.
Yes. Okay.
Troy, save us.
I'm gonna try and save you. I'm gonna take a leaf out of
Chris Jericho. You're Chris Jericho.
Save us. Chris Jericho, save us. Breaks the walls down. No.
What was he wearing in 2007 against Randy Orton?
No, actually, the wear my suit was like, you sycophants.
His hockey mum haircut. Jesus.
Hockey mum haircut. What the freak? All right. So we're gonna go into the show. Take a page out of Tom's book, as I said before. It's got a bit of a crime drama right now. Bit of crime. All right. So we're gonna go in the realm of Law and Order.
Done.
SVU, baby. First one. This is number 1. It's the first pick. Special Victims Unit, Law and Order. I've been on a binge right now. Special Victims Unit. Yeah. So have you guys been keeping up with Special Victims Unit, or do you watch any Law and Order, by the way?
I watched a lot. I can't watch all of it because it's a never-ending show. But
22 seasons, yo.
I enjoy it.
22 seasons, my gosh, so great. So, as most people know, Law and Order, like a long-running show. Creator Dick Wolf, everyone knows about the legend of Dick Wolf. Chicago PD, Law and Order, of great crime shows. That's been going long-running, and this guy is never stopping right now. I think he's like 74 right now. He's still going.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
You can go.
Oh, yeah. So, as I said before, Dick Wolf, 74 years old, still going, still a legend out here, creating crime jobbers, the crime daddy himself. You know what I'm saying? So Special Victims Unit is basically just a unit where sex crimes happen, kids, women, but rarely men. But this episode I watched recently is What Can Happen in the Dark. So good. Just watched it yesterday. Episode 15, season 22. where this man he's got his family, he's got a wife, and he's got a little son. He works on a construction site. He literally well, basically you see him. He's on the floor. His bottom area is bleeding. He's on the floor. He collapsed. He's knocked out. He's unconscious. And we're kind of thinking to himself, did this guy just get attacked? Did he get abused right there? What's going on? So then his the SVU team rocks up. Marissa Hargitay, she's like the main character. She's the main head of SVU, the unit. She's like the producer of the show. She's like the longest running character on the show. She's amazing, by the way. She's a great actor, you know. So good, so good. I'm a fan. Captain Olivia Benson, I'm a fan. So, the storyline goes, the wife, spoilers, by the way, the wife has been abusing the husband. You never see those kind of stories. You rarely see them on SVU or any really TV show where men get abused. You don't see that.
It's actually far more common in reality than is acknowledged. So yeah, it's quite cool they're doing that.
Yeah. So you never see that. Even though SVU, they even acknowledge it. They're like, yeah, men don't really basically own up stuff like this, you know. Don't really say it because society will shame them. They'll be shunned.
I really hope men can feel like to lose the masculine approach and just call out for help if that is happening. Though, if you're listening to this,
the stigma.
Ask for help. There's nothing to be ashamed of, really. We need to drop this masculinity bullshit.
I know, literally the stigma, yeah. Because this guy is like, it was like a character who's his wife was just abusing him, tied him up, use vibrators on him, like literally, he's telling him to stop, she wouldn't stop. It's just something like that where, because they go, this guy, look how big this guy is. You should be able to push her off, you know what I'm saying, sort her out. Nothing like that should happen to you, and then, you know what I'm saying, but it happens, you know. But yeah, he's on the construction site. People think it's a dude at first, and then he kind of slips up. He goes she, then he goes he afterwards, and then like she, and that's where the kind of storyline kind of progresses after that, where the wife is literally threatening him, giving him text messages saying, "Hey, you better not say anything, you weak little bitch," and stuff like that. And I was saying, just going in on him.
That's a serious story, but the way you described it just made me laugh. Sorry.
But yeah, it's a serious thing, man. It's a serious thing.
It's a serious storyline. It's just the way you said it.
It's just the way I'm gonna lie. The way I said that was kind of funny. I'm gonna lie. But yeah, the way she was going in him, I was like, oh my days. It's like I was thinking to myself the whole time. I was cracking up at certain points. It was like certain parts was like kind of dark comedy at certain points, and I'm like, oh my days, I'm kind of cracking up a little bit. But it's supposed to be a serious issue. But yeah, at times it's just like, oh man, you don't really think about it. You know when something's so serious, you start laughing, and then you don't really mean to. And it's just like, but when men just get attacked like that, because people go, yeah, they need to be unconscious, drugged up most of the time for women to do that to men. But at the same time, hey, if you haven't got that personality, that will, that masculine energy, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem. Women take advantage of that. Women are sneaky people. The sneaky gender. Don't get it twisted. They're powerful gender if you let them take control. So stuff like that happens, men. Hey, it's very rare they report stuff like this, and that was just my choice of the week, Special Victims Unit, for the first pick. I think it's on Channel 5 most of the time, or 5, or those kind of channels like that. But yeah, so that's my first pick, Special Victims Unit. It's something every week, so you'll find it anyways. You'll find it somewhere. So yeah, Special Victims Unit number 1, and number 2 is another Law and Order show. It's Law and Order Organized Crime. Oh man, it's the brand new one, by the way. It's the brand new one that just came out. It works hand in hand with Special Victims Unit. It's like a coinciding show. It's another spin-off. The cool with about 100 spin-offs, but yeah, it's his newest spin-off. Organized Crime, which is manned by Christopher Maloney. He's like the main character because he's originally from the Special Victims Unit crew. He was the original member. He was Mariska Hargitay's main partner in the show. And anyone knows about Christopher Maloney, this guy's a great actor. He's in that show Happy. I think he was in that as well, but everyone kind of knows. In the show Happy, yeah. He was in True Blood as well, by the way.
Who was he in True Blood?
Yeah, he was in True Blood. He was like, you know that guy who was in the organization with all those high up vampires? And he was like the guy with the ring. He was like, kind of bald, but he was always wearing a suit. Remember when
in The Authority?
Yes. He was like the main guy.
Oh, what? The one who got murdered by Russell?
Yes.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Yes, he's like, yes, him.
I'm with
So,
you.
yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so him. Yeah, so he was. He's the main character in this one, Organized Crime. This one's more not like an episode of the week type of thing. This one's more a whole season dedicated to one main goal of stopping Dylan McDermott's character. Anyone knows what Dylan McDermott is? Guy's a legend. You guys know who Dylan McDermott is. If anyone who watches American Horror Story knows exactly who he is.
I don't know who he is, but I do watch American Horror Story, so
Yeah,
I'd
American Horror Story.
probably
The first season, the husband.
I need to watch American Horror Story again.
With you.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you know Tom knows exactly who he is now. Tom knows. But yeah. So he's like the main villain, the big bad of this show of the season. Organized
That's
Crime.
a good choice for a big bad.
Yes. Oh my days, he's so good in this show. He's so good. My gosh. He's like this tech guru, this kind of evil Iron Man, kind of Robert Downey Jr. type character, but almost like an Italian version, like a gangster version of Iron Man. That's basically what he is. He's like this tech guy. He's like, oh, his technology's in his house. He's got like all these HUDs everywhere on these glass windows. He's like, he's got an ex-wife who's still with. He's got a new wife who's like a top model. But the thing is, what I love about his character, he likes the black people. He loves black people. Yeah. So his father kind of goes, well, no, Italians, we shouldn't go with the black people. No. What you doing? You're disgracing the family. And then throughout most of his life, he's kind of associated with the black people, and they've helped him with his life, with his business, with his technologies, helped him out, and he's even got a black wife, a black ex-wife. So that was kind of his thing to kind of like say like a middle finger to his family. He's always thought of it like that because he's saying, why can't we mix together? Why can't we, you know what I'm saying, be part of each other's lives? So then that's kind of like a side story to that kind of plot to the show. But the main plot is Christopher Maloney's character, Elliot Stabler, the main character. He, the protagonist, his wife gets blown up. So that's literally the first episode you see. His wife dies by car explosion.
It's cheaper than divorce.
Car explosion. Cheaper than divorce. Yeah. So died by car explosion. But as you see, he progresses. Basically, he's going crazy. He's having nightmares, having cold sweats of like trying to find out who killed his wife. So that's kind of the overarching story. So he originally thinks it's Dylan McDermott's character. He thinks it's him throughout most of the season. But as the episodes are going by, the ones that I've seen right now, the latest ones, the season's almost over. It isn't him. It's someone else who actually kills his wife. But I ain't gonna spoil that if you're gonna watch the show Organized Crime.
Apart from that massive spoiler, you're not gonna tell us anything else.
I'm not gonna, the car blown up, but that's like more like a beginning. But you ain't gonna know who actually killed his wife until you see the actual end part of the season. So
no spoilers. That is a weird place to leave it.
Because that's a big spoiler. Who actually killed his wife? That's a big spoiler. So
okay,
yeah, but yeah, so that's my two picks: Organized Crime and Special Victims Unit. But Organized Crime is like similar to Special Victims Unit. You can see it on Channel 5 or watch it on Sky. I think it comes to Sky as well sometimes. It peaks on there. But yeah, no Special Victims Unit and Organized Crime. All I'm gonna say is Dylan McDermott is the man. Shout out to American Horror Story. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. That's my two picks.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have a quick look and see whether we've got any emails in our syndrome thing.
Okay.
Let me have a quick look. They normally send them to Ben, so I'm assuming that's where they've gone. But
yeah.
Is that the end, Troy?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with my two.
Okay. Thank you. Cool. I hope we don't get pulled up for that sound effect, but yeah. Done.
Oh.
Can you hear it?
Okay, a little bit.
Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. I should use that every week.
The one thing I will say, Ben, is we're not going to get in trouble for your rendition of whichever of those two shows you were trying to give us the theme tune to, because nobody is going to claim copyright.
Hey, no one's going to claim that.
I think I'm a humming bastard.
Yeah, so we haven't, no emails have come into the main email address, but there you go. Thought I'd check.
So, we've got an email.
Oh no.
I guess they hate Tom. That's not nice.
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh wow.
Tom's a lovely lad. Why are we always
I am an incredibly hateable person. It's very easy to do.
not for me to say? No. You're always a pleasure to work with, so I can't say anything bad about you.
Yeah.
I can say something about other people, but we're not using this podcast to bitch at work colleagues. Not even going to change their name to sound similar because I'm
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. I ain't gonna say no
we're
live.
not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not even going to say the name of the company because we are confidential. So
You're allowed to say what company you work for, but
no, I'm not because one day it might. Ben said this about someone's mother. Okay, you're in trouble. Yeah, brilliant. So
About someone's mother.
maybe don't say something about someone's mother then.
I don't know, but you never know. I might take a shot at Tom Cruise's mum one week if she pisses me off. I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
No,
Tom
joking.
Cruise.
No,
Does Tom Cruise's mum work for our company?
No, I don't know. But it's my mouth for the company might be like, No. So anyway, we have an email from Japan. Here for me.
Oh wow.
Troy is he's after you again, Troy, which is great. Still demanding that you should be doing more shout outs about the podcast on your videos.
Oh, okay, I will.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I agree.
And Tom, where's that Facebook group? Jesus Christ.
Where's that what?
Where's that Facebook group? Jesus Christ. Hirofimi's coming out swinging this week.
There is a Facebook. I have created the Facebook group. You just have to look for it.
Well, we're going to link it then. We're going to link it.
I need to make sure that it's up and running properly because I'm terrible with technology. But yeah, it does exist. So,
Oh, lovely. He just wants to remind Troy that his sister's still available.
Where's she at though? Like, what's going on? Like, where's the messages?
listen, mate, you need to send a picture.
We need picture and the age. I want to say age.
Yeah, age is
Always check.
Very
Always check
important,
the
very
ages.
important.
You got to follow Ben's advice on that.
Very important. Yes, exactly. Very
how
important.
I don't get in trouble, Tom.
It's one of the few things we've learned from this podcast is Ben always checks the ages.
Yep, and that's not a bad thing. Right. So, what were you going to say? Yes. So, I've got another one here.
All right.
Oh God, how do I say your fucking name? Dimitri from Germany. Dimitri. I think I've nailed that.
Yeah, Dimitri's probably right.
What type of German shows do you like? I've not heard anything yet. How big is the German audience in the UK for German stuff outside of Rammstein? Okay.
Yeah, Rammstein really is sort of
Really
the only
good.
one that's really got through, I would have thought.
Yeah, really.
German TV. I can tell you Jurgen Klinsmann is much loved in North London, the white half of some parts also like Ozil. Yeah, him in the other half of North London.
Not that many people in that half of North London like Mesut Ozil, let's be fair.
German TV though.
Yeah, German TV. The only German TV show which you watch is Dark.
Okay, yeah.
How you watch?
I'll be honest, I don't know that much German TV, but what I'll do is same as with the Russian stuff, I'll start looking into like German shows and I'll do some specific stuff on Russian and German shows at some point. Because yeah, if people have got if you've got any recommendations of good shows in Germany, then Dimitri, please email us, let me know, and I'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
Email Tom, bro. Email Tom.
Because I actually do speak some German, so I can sort of enjoy them to a degree.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's given us some. Thank you. On Netflix as well. Dark, as Tom's obviously as Troy just said. Tribes of Europa, which I didn't know was German. Barbarians. Oh no, it's a Alex classic. It's Freud. Okay, so we have had one.
Oh, we had Freud. Yes, we did.
Oh yeah.
Perfume. It is not the Japanese pop band. That is an actual German show.
What one?
Not the Japanese pop band Perfume. I just want to make that clear.
Perfume. Okay.
Because they're now on YouTube, they're now on Netflix as well with their concerts. But they're really wanky art style stuff for some reason. They're not doing the music; they just do really show off art thing. It's really shit. Don't watch the Perfume stuff. Don't watch the Perfume tour shit on Netflix. It's wanky. Biohackers, Dogs of Berlin, and Skylines, all Netflix apparently. So
Biohackers, okay. Skyline.
we're just gonna copy all that for next week. Which one would you like to do, Tom?
Well, I doubt I'm going to do it in the next week because hell, I'm going to be watching Lucifer for the next like 2 days. So.
Oh yeah, I'll be watching that too.
So a new thing. What are we going to be watching next week then? This is like
I thought we were keeping it a secret for a few more days. We are doing a special next week.
I need to
keeping
secure
it to
people
ourselves for a little bit longer.
Secret, guys.
You want to know what it is? You'll have to tune in.
Yeah, I've emailed certain people about it that I'm a fan of. We just have to kind of wait on their replies. So we will see. But in a couple of days, if we don't hear anything, we have a backup plan. I've always got plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll discuss it off camera. These people do not need to listen to what we're talking about. Right. So, it's goodbye. Well, I think that wraps it up. House of Animation number 5, Troy. Which one is it? I can't remember. What's up for Monday?
Yes. Let me see which one. I think it's number 5. Let me make sure.
So Titan AE last week. Which one is it this week?
We got number 5. Yeah, so we got number 5. Okay, so yes, number 5's coming up. All right. So number 5, that should be. Make sure write down properly.
We're so organized.
I was gonna say, actually, wait. That'd be a secret. That'd be a secret too. Hey, you guys tune in.
I don't know.
No, Ben, secret.
Yeah, we've recorded so many of these things together.
We're gonna drop it. We're gonna drop it.
We're gonna drop it like it's hot. Like my stomach has all.
It's hot.
We're gonna drop it like it's hot. Like my stomach bows. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Anyway, I'm amazed. I've only had to run off to the toilet once during this recording. Sorry, Troy.
Wait. Well, I'm gonna give him a little hint. Yeah, okay. It's Asian. That's all I'm gonna say. It's Asian.
Oh, I know what it is now.
That's all I'm gonna say. Little hint.
I still don't know what it is. That's great. Yeah.
My neighbor Totoro?
I don't know because we recorded 9 in a row and then we started releasing them.
Don't worry, I know. Don't worry.
So far ahead. We're coming close to the guest slots soon. Alice in Wonderland and Totoro, Spirited Away. So that will be fun. All right. Thank you for the continued support of this podcast. Smug Mode is going to get back on topic. We do apologize. It's time.
Don't worry, guys. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. Bear with your kings. Bear with us.
I still blame Chris King-Chansky.
Boy, that has a lot to answer for.
Yeah. God damn that woman. Anyway, so it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from your boy.
Go and hit up your dealer.
The new day. Sorry. The way you said that, Troy, I'm sorry.
I knew you were going to say something, Tom. I knew it.
Okay.
Sorry, Ben.
Signing off. No, it's fine. Interruption is always funny. Signing off. Sayonara.